It's time for SideScrollers from ScrewAttack with your hosts, Stuttering Craig.
But part of the celebration is also playing Ultimate Party Challenge for the Wii and listening to the greatest hits from the early 1990s.
Chad.
Hey, Chad!
And Professional Jared.
Chad, for you guys!
And now, broadcasting from the World ScrewAttack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome back to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Chad. And I'm Professional Jared.
Welcome to the most entertaining 30 to 45 minutes of a video game week. It's SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. That's another memo that I'm getting it right every time now.
Okay.
Forever.
I get punched in the face now?
That's right, it's a memo.
All right.
That's how we send memos around the office. Physical abuse. So anyways, how's everybody this week, Jared?
I'm good. I'm doing really good.
If I punch you, see, he sells it, which is great.
Well, I wasn't expecting you. I wasn't even looking at you.
God, you're so bad.
I know, I'm
Anyways,
horrible.
hey everybody. So we got a bunch of good stuff coming up on the site this week. Mainly, if you want to go back and check this stuff out, you can in the description below. But we had Shift VGR 2, Shift 2, yes. Brian, racing games?
Shift.
Yeah, okay. Also, WWE All-Stars review. We had that going up on the site. Also, a death battle, Kratos versus Spawn, with some serious racial tension going on in there.
Boomstick has no idea what you're talking about, Craig.
Oh, what, your boomstick?
What?
Huh? All right. Also, some tips and tricks on Homefront, which people like. People like Homefront, I guess.
It sold really well. Like,
yeah, it actually did.
Far beyond expectations.
Yeah. A couple big things we have coming up we want to share with you guys. Coming up this week, Thursday and Friday. Yes.
Tomorrow.
If you are in Vegas, in Los Angeles, anywhere in that general part of the world, you need to come out and join us in Las Vegas for the grand opening of Insert Coins, which is the new bar we've been talking about for the last few weeks. We're going to be out there shooting hard news Thursday and Friday, as well as just having a good old damn time.
Unfortunately,
in
you
Las
have to be
Vegas.
21.
Yeah, it is a 21 and up thing because they do serve alcohol. But it's going to be red carpet. There's supposed to be lots of Uber celebrities out there.
Like us.
Yeah. So we'll be out there Thursday and Friday. The opening is Friday night, but we'll be out there the next couple days. So if you want to join us, go to insertcoinslv.com to get more information. That is Friday night
awesome.
in Las Vegas.
We're excited.
Also, when we get back, we are going crazy because on Monday, we have joined forces with Wade. Wade, who, if you went to SGC, you know him as Agent 47. He was going around busting caps on everybody and killing everybody at SGC 2009 and 10. And
many were killed.
Yes, we're putting tape on people, around people's bodies. Anyways, Wade is the manager at a GameStop, and we are going to be joining forces with him to put together a Mortal Kombat tournament. So if you're down with Mortal Kombat, you can come out and join us as we rape people's face with Kratos. Well, no, I guess it's going to be a 360 version. So with Scorpion, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be playing the 360 version, the full version of the game, the night of. It's like a pre-release party, I guess. But
Midnight launch tournament party.
So come on out. That'll be Monday at 10 o'clock. All the information is on the ScrewAttack Facebook page, which you can find access to in the description below. Hopefully you guys can make it out if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It'll be a great time. All right, so I guess that's about it. That's all the fun stuff we needed to talk about that's coming up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Vegas.
So, yes. It's exciting. It's time for my favorite segment.
I guess my favorite thing.
Your favorite segment. Everybody in the world's favorite segment, Brian. It's time for
Hard News.
All the day's news from this past week. It's time for Hard News.
Serious.
Okay, so we got some video game news
I
this
guess
week.
make sure build up. Yeah. All right. First thing I want to talk about is a very specific video game trailer that's been causing, I guess, a little bit of controversy that we all saw. It is the 20th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh
yeah. And on the Sonic the Hedgehog fan page on Facebook, they released a brand new trailer for an upcoming Sonic game, which depicts the current modern-day Sonic the Hedgehog that we all know and mostly love, with its long legs and green eyes. joining forces with a shorter, pudgier, black-eyed Sonic the Hedgehog from the 90s. Yay! That's all we know about the game.
I was hoping for some more information now.
People are already bitching.
Yeah, with the buckles. He has buckles on his
His
shoes.
eyebrows are wrong.
Okay, so here's the deal. I think out of every game in the history of ever, Sonic fans get more upset about the tiniest little
I don't know
things
why,
ever.
man.
And Ben's no exception, because
Yeah.
Ben was like, I can't believe they put buckles on his shoes.
I remember of all the things, the buckles I didn't like the most.
I remember when Sonic 4 came out, and Ben was like, why is there a dust cloud behind him while he's running? And we're like, what?
Yeah, it's like the most ridiculous thing, and Ben generally is not like that. But when it comes to Sonic, it's just like the can opens up and everybody can go crazy, and that's fine because hey, it's Sonic and that's the rules. You can talk bad about it because that's your Sonic fan.
Blast processing, Craig.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like entitled them to something. But
I guess.
Now, there isn't much information to go off on the new Sonic trailer. A lot of people are speculating that's based off a Sonic Generations patent that Sega put in a little bit ago.
makes sense.
But what are our own predictions of what the game is going to be or what we want it to be? I know someone kind of mentioned the possibility of it being like an anniversary collection where it's all the old Sonic games, like all the Sega Genesis ones, but done in a 3D style with that new 3D Sonic that we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I would love that. I would love.
Really?
I would buy the old Sonics again if they were done in new, like a la Sonic 4 with old school Sonic. I would buy them again. Maybe not on a disc, but if they were downloadable, if they were released in Sonic 1 HD with that, I would totally be down with that.
Well, how long has it been since they released the collection? Because I know they did it for GameCube.
Yeah, they released. I
Sonic
mean,
Gems or whatever.
if you want to get a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, you can get it anywhere.
Well, they did a couple of Sega collections for the 360. One was actually called like Sonic's Sega Collection, where it had like 60 Sega games, which is a really good deal.
Well, you didn't seem very keen on that idea of releasing like the old school Sonics.
I don't know if I really would. Like if it's just the exact same game but in HD or with like a new 3D model or whatever, I don't know, I guess I would want more than just that.
What if they added extra levels?
Okay, yeah, then yeah, maybe that. Or if they did like the Sonic and Knuckles route and put Knuckles in the other games or be able to play as Tails or whatever.
Sure.
Again, that would be cooler.
My prediction, new Sonic Spinball.
HD remake of Sonic Spinball.
Spinball.
The worst thing ever.
No, a sequel. Sonic Spinball 2.
With the
Coming
alligator
soon.
or shark that comes up and tries to eat you,
Yeah,
whatever it is. It's funny though, real quick before, I don't know if you want to move on from this, but I was reading an article on Destructoid. This guy wrote about how, just about the whole Sonic fans, they bitch about everything and what's really wrong with the new Sonic, and there's been other characters that have gone through different changes in visual looks, a la
Link.
yeah, just Dragon Ball Z characters. Mario's gone through different looks over time. But I think the thing is, they showcased Mario from Jumpman to where he is now. But the thing is, when you look at how Mario's changed, they haven't changed. His look has changed a little bit, but they've been
He's gotten more defined.
They've been consistent the entire way. He's still in blue. He's still in overalls. He's still got a blue undershirt on. He still has the same hat. He still has a mustache. He still very much looks the same. They didn't like just all of a sudden make him like, I don't know, some. It's
Like super anime.
yeah. He looks very much like he did when he started. At least in the natural progression of him. And with Sonic, I think that. I personally like old school Sonic. I think, the thought of the idea of making the new school Sonic kind of leaner, longer legs, more running style, to where he's more lean and can run faster because he looks more naturally athletic.
He grew up.
I like the fact that this little fat ass, little pudgy guy could just bolt. I think that's hilarious, and I love that aspect of it. So, video games aren't realistic, so why make a character that needs to be realistic? I don't know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, I can see where both sides come from. I don't really care. It's still the same character at its core, but I personally prefer, black-eyed Sonic.
But the fact that the game isn't even out yet and people are already finding a reason to complain and not even play the game
It's
just
hilarious.
because the old school Sonic looks just a little bit different to how it should be in their head.
Exactly, and it's funny because I think the worst job in the video game industry is Sega's PR team.
Yeah.
The worst job, because there's no way you can win.
Enjoy dealing with that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. Next story, one that you guys will probably have a lot to talk about. Super Street Fighter 4.
Right.
When that first came out, I know, like, Craig, you're really iffy on it because you always felt it was pretty much the exact same game as Street Fighter 4 with a couple new characters. Well, now they started doing the arcade edition in Japan, where it's like arcade versions of Super Street Fighter 4 with a bunch of new characters. And now that arcade edition is going to be DLC for the home console versions of Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
It's got 4 new characters, a lot of improvements to the replay mode and character balances. Do you guys even care?
No, I don't. First thing, I don't own Super Street Fighter 4 because, like you said, I think it's the exact same game, and people will go, "No, it's not. It changed things. They changed the competitive aspect." Look, that is such a small, minute number of people that actually play, like the competitive aspect of things. If you're looking for those small, minor changes, yeah, Sagat's not as Sagat.
Yeah, I was about-
I've always called him Sagat. Sagat's not quite as beast in Super as he is in Street Fighter 4. Whatever, you know, it's like they made some changes.
I think they could have done that stuff in a DLC patch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I bought it.
This just shows that Super Street Fighter 4 was a total waste of your money. It totally shows that because they're giving you 4 new characters again, right? And I know Super Street Fighter 4 you got 10 new characters, but clearly, I mean, they could have just put those characters out as a pack.
Now, they have yet to release any sort of pricing information on the arcade edition DLC. How much do you think should it be, or how much would you be willing to pay for it?
I'm not willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to. I kind of let Super Street Fighter 4 just kind of fall down. I've been playing MVC lately, and I'm just waiting for Third Strike Online Edition to come out.
What would be the max amount, if you were to get it, what would be like the max amount you would pay
$10.
for something like that? $10?
It won't be $10 either.
I don't want to see it more than 15.
15 is pretty much
probably
pushing
what
it.
See, okay, but you're getting what? 4 characters.
4
You're
characters.
getting Evil Ryu, Shin Akuma, Yin and Yang.
Yun and Yang.
Yeah.
Young and Yang. And then what else? You're getting some.
That's it.
And then, like-
I don't know if are they rebalancing it?
Yeah, they're doing rebalances to every character, and then like I did a bunch of minor improvements with the replay mode, which, whatever.
I can honestly see this being $25.
No, they might do it.
That's too much. No way.
Well, of course it is. It's $5. You know,
It's,
even
you know,
at
$5
$5 a
character.
characters too.
yeah,
right?
I made that
NBC
same
Arena,
joke
so-
on Hard News, just
Yeah.
because like they're adding so much stuff in there, they'll find some way to make a ridiculous amount of money. Now, I guess my final question would be, if they took all the arcade edition features, along with the Super Street Fighter features, and put that into one, and then released that as its own game,
No.
before Super Street Fighter even came out. So if Super
Oh.
Street Fighter 4 came out, but it also happened to have all the arcade edition stuff, would that make Super Street Fighter 4 worth it? So
Yes.
instead of getting 10 characters,
I
you
bought
got
the first
14
one.
characters.
Yes.
So yeah, no, definitely. The thing is, like, you expect this, because how many versions of Street Fighter 2 were there? There was 3 versions of Street Fighter 3,
but-
you know, so...
Here's the thing about that is that it was such a joke. Like it's a joke that Street Fighter 2 got 17
Oh, yeah.
sequels.
I know.
So it's like, why do they? And gamers are smarter now. You know, like it's a totally different world than it was
true.
20 years ago. And you know,
Plus, they didn't have the option for DLC. right?
exactly. Like then you had to make a new game. You know. And you know, you wanted to add something, you added a new, you know, you released a new coin op, you know, and you went out to the arcade and played it. It still cost the gamer 25 cents to play. It still cost the same amount. You know, it was when you went to the arcade, it just determined if your arcade had it. It still cost you the same amount to play every time, whether you're playing Street Fighter 2 or Super Street Fighter 2 Hyper HD Dash remix.
Dash.
I don't know.
Okay, last story. Sony's been one to talk smack about their competitors quite a bit, and just recently, Jack Tretton, the president of Sony Entertainment America, went after Nintendo again.
Oh, awesome.
His exact quote when talking about, they were talking to him about the success of the 3DS and how it's going to stack up against the NGP, and yes, there's your 3DS.
My shot.
We got
My
it.
one shot a
There
week.
it is. Oh,
In the background of Jared.
yay, 3DS. Not endorsed. Jack
Really
Tretton,
aren't. He just likes to do it.
when talking about the 3DS, Jack Tretton called that the 3DS and all Nintendo's handhelds are great babysitting tools. He then went on to say that no self-respecting 20-something is going to be on a plane with one of those. He's too old for that. Now,
Oh, there you go. That's a great way to get people to buy your product. Fucking insult the...
as all of us 20-somethings
Yeah,
are here with our 3DS.
That's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's good shit like that.
Jack Tretton, I'm gonna kill you.
Whoa.
No self. Lucky for you, I'm almost 30, bitch. No.
That'll show him.
If you want
right.
to market that the NGP is going to be like for the hardcore gamers or whatever, then just go about it, you know, and like you don't have to insult the same people who bought, like the people who bought the 3DS are hopefully you're going to be targeting as well for this because they play freaking handheld systems. You know, so don't insult the people who are gonna buy it, or it's not gonna sell. It's retarded.
Listen, I agree. This is gonna be controversial. I agree.
It's a good babysitting tool. Hell yeah.
I
it is.
agree with him in that it is a great babysitting tool. And I think
Terrible thing to
no,
say.
no, it is.
It is though.
Jared, at Game Attack, you don't think parents went in there and bought DSs just so they can give it to their kids in the back seat and they play it? What? I watched a lady pushing her kid in the stroller with a DVD player this far away from the kid's face. The kid is a year old because parents don't want to parent. They want to give their kids some sort of fancy new toy and their kids can play it so they don't have to associate and talk to their kids.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's no better than
Yeah,
like
but
on
it is a great babysitting
It
tool.
is tool. It is true. And you know what? It's pathetic. But
Video games
that
are.
is exactly. Video games are not pathetic.
I'm saying a great babysitting tool.
I'm not saying it's a great
Video games in
babysitting
general.
tool, but people use it as a babysitting tool.
Yes,
which
exactly.
I do not agree with.
I don't
Right.
either, but they do. They do. And
Don't
listen,
call it great. It's a bad idea.
No,
No, great as in it works well.
exactly. Great as in it works well, not as in I endorse it. But I do see this. Like I said, I was in shock when I saw this, and the fact you can go down, you can be riding in your car and look to your left or right, and if there's
yeah.
any kid in the back seat, what's he doing? Watching a DVD.
Or
playing a DS, and now it's playing Angry Birds on their iPhone, I do agree with what he's saying, though.
It's usually like a 5-year-old with an iPhone, and it just made me sad.
But
It's no different than a PSP or any other handheld then.
I think what he's
Right.
getting at is that the graphics are less quality graphics, and that it's not as mature. Like we don't have this me thing, blah blah blah. You know what I
Nintendo's
mean?
always targeted. They've switched to target. They target younger audiences. Of course, they've
always
have
target-
stuff. Yeah.
well,
Until no, not the '90s. '90s like revolution. That was like the teenage.
Yeah,
like,
they're going for the teenagers, but they've always geared towards a younger audience. You don't think
Right.
teenagers would? I mean,
Oh yeah. No,
I can't wait to go to a con, and for my
Oh, there's
street
gonna be
pass just to
tons.
fill up. I cannot wait for that. And look, I realize I'm not the average 20-year-old dude, 20-something guy, but just kind of, I don't know. That's a very insulting statement.
Yeah, it's
Like,
stupid.
The main reason I brought it up is because I wanted to point out how obviously wrong he was. And the fact that I was just on an airplane pretty recently, I didn't see a single damn PSP at any sort of airport or airplane. I saw a lot of DSs. I brought up my 3DS, and I met a lot of guys who's like, "Oh, is that the 3DS?" And they're like my age or older. And we started hanging out, talking about the 3DS, and I sat next to them on the plane.
Yeah, it's like me going, no self-respecting senior executive of Sony would ever be stupid enough to talk shit about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, I like my 3DS. I like the PSP, kind of, but it doesn't mean you just. That's like, I don't know.
It was stupid. It was,
Dumb. I mean,
gonna hurt him.
why?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
I hope it does hurt him, just because it's stupid for you to say. Dummy.
Shame on you.
That's hard news.
Okay, well there you go. Sorry, a little ranting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I got passionate today. Ooh. All right. So no set middle segment this week, which means it's time to turn to the topic wheel.
It's been a while.
What do we got here, Chad?
A lot of stuff.
Spin the wheel. All right.
Funny games by G1 Burnt Toast.
All right, Burnt Toast. Congratulations, you're the winner. Getting your stuff right. Okay.
All G1 Burnt
One
Toast
movie.
was asking is, let's just talk about some of the funniest video games that we've ever played, whether they were funny intentionally or not, or just funny moments we had while playing games. Just ones that really stand out in your head.
Before you go anywhere, I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, you do.
And it's going to involve a squirrel.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I love that game. Man, if a game can mix good gameplay with humor, that's it. That's all I need, man. So like, I remember the first time I was playing it. It was very, very well written. I like when a game knows it's a game and jokes around with that. You know, like I cannot stop talking about how much I love it.
Yeah, games that break the fourth wall are always the best whenever
Yeah.
they talk directly at you,
Exactly.
Even like
Apparently, squirrels have as many lives as they think they can get away with. That's how they explain it,
I've always been a fan of even like games, even like more recently MVC3 with Deadpool. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a great example. Jared, do you have
A
any?
lot of the funnier games I always enjoyed are a lot of the older point-and-click adventure ones. Most specifically, the Escape from Monkey Island series is one of the most well-known, hilarious games, which I've always been told I somewhat resemble Guybrush Threepwood. So
I can see that.
I may have to do a Guybrush cosplay at some point.
it.
But some of the more recent ones I really enjoy. The entire Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. Very funny moments in there. Actually, again, kind of the parody aspect. A very overlooked title was Matt Hazard, Eat Lead Return of Matt Hazard, which was basically like a parody of old shooter guys coming back to a modern day in a third-person shooter. The game itself was like very standard like third-person shooter. But again, a lot of fourth wall breaking where you're in like you have to get in all these genres. Like you'll start off in a western, then you're in like a Castle Wolfenstein level, then you're in space right after that. And he's making like all these different quips, but.
A more recent one was, do you guys remember Brutal Legend?
Yeah.
I was really
anything from
surprised.
Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
Very
Well, I
humorous.
thought it was gonna suck because I thought it was like Jack Black the video game, you know, when I first saw the trailers and stuff.
Sure.
And then we got it in, and oh man, that was one of the few that I was like, I have to play this. And I need to finish it because I had to pass it off to somebody else to like finish some gameplay for review. But like, it's another game where they know it's a game, so they have a bunch of fun with it. And like, remember, it's like you get all these like options and. It's like, can you do this, or whatever, start a revolution? And then Jack Black just like turns and looks at the screen and it's like, start a revolution, yes or no? You know, and I was like, yes, you know.
It's good stuff. More recently, also Castle Crashers. Like the thing is, that game's funny without even speaking, I guess,
Right.
because you got like a bird or the big old bear dropping a giant.
the
deer
entire
something.
forest level with where you have to run away from the giant cat thing, and you're on just like the deer just rocketing poop.
Yeah.
And you're just,
Yeah, for sure. You know,
it was like a contest between me and my friends to see who could get on the rocket deer.
who can beat it? And if a deer could really shoot shit like that, that'd be pretty amazing.
Actually, one of the again, coming on the older games and then coming back, which has always been known for its humor, is the Duke Nukem series.
Yeah.
Which is a little more lowbrow, I guess, but that's one of the
Yeah,
more
but
well-known
fun.
humor games.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those like just even their most recent trailers where he's like throwing Deuce around.
I haven't watched that trailer yet, actually.
Yeah, it's
I probably should.
April 1st thing. It was an April
Yeah.
Fool's thing, but whatever.
It's like them flexing like how many different catchphrases John St. John had to make like for poop, you know? Like,
The you know, it's funny because I think a lot of the funniest games to me are a lot of the old school games that weren't trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You know, if you just take a look at the poor grammar and such, I think nowadays with
congratulations.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
things like that. There's a lot of funny things that you look back on, you go, wow, that was really bad, and it's a lot funnier now because you're older. You know.
One of the most unintentionally funny games that I played, which is, I guess, somewhat recently, was Two Worlds for the 360 because the dialogue, the voice acting, and the script was so bad, it's confoundedly hilarious. At one point, you have to meet up with a guy named Ho. H-O, Ho. Like, I was playing it, and he said that, and I said out loud to myself, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Like one of the first dialogue, like you're meeting up with his townsfolk, he's like, do not go back to the town, for there are people waiting for you there. What, pray tell, could be there waiting for me? Warriors, hard ones. It's like, what?
All right.
That sounds pretty interesting. And that just totally raped my brain for whatever
Yeah,
I was
Two
gonna
Worlds.
say
You
next.
sound like Ben reading this hard news script. Yeah. Okay. What about a game like Earthworm Jim? Something like that. I mean, Earthworm Jim was kind
Groovy.
of it was more like a
Definitely.
yeah, it was more like a lighthearted fun.
You
But
fought this like satanic cat, Evil the cat, or was it Evil?
no.
Was it his name?
It was there was a goldfish.
The goldfish. The
The
cat
goldfish.
held the goldfish.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and then you go up at the end, and it's supposed to be this epic battle, and you just knock them
half.
off.
Yeah. Well, there was Queen Slug for a butt. She was like the.
Yeah.
I mean, and her name, the bad guy is Queen Slug for a butt. You know, like
For sure.
always entertaining.
All right. Is anybody else got anything?
Portal, hilarious. Anything
The cake
GLaDOS
is a lie.
does or says.
Oh yeah, I love that. Like we're all going to die, and there is no cake. You know, or something. Like that.
Remember that time I tried to put you into an incinerator and burn you to death? That was good times.
It's not.
Humor
good,
makes
it is.
everything better.
That's great. All right.
Funny games.
There you go, middle segment.
Thanks,
Voila.
Burnt Toast.
Hey, just heads up, in the coming weeks, we're going to be instituting just some like real quick 15-second promos. We want old school Screw Attack, which will break up the segments a little bit easier. So just kind of, not going to say fight through them, but they'll be educational for you, and we're kind of going to go old school with them because it's a lot easier than saying, let's go to the next segment, and then Chad going over and opening his mouth.
Transition.
So, but it's actually my turn. I just wanted you to open.
Oh
Keep it open.
Yeah, now you gotta
no,
open
it gets
again.
shut now.
So anyways, we'll be doing that over the next couple weeks. So, all right, but right now it's time for On the side-scrolling news desk.
Hit the music. The button did not move. It is fixed firmly in place in the desk.
Forever. All right. Boys, oh boys, do we have some stories today? All right. Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start first? Florida?
Of course.
All right.
Because I'm sure we'll be back there with the third story.
Let's go to Orlando, where a man there was a dude getting a tattoo in a tattoo parlor of all places, and guys in there working on him, and all of a sudden this guy comes in and he's like, "You are going to die." This third guy walks in and he goes, "You're going to die."
To the guy getting the
Getting
tattoo.
tattooed or giving the tattoo?
To both of them. Okay. The guy walks in, looks at them both. He goes, "You're gonna die," and he reaches for a sword that is on the on the tattoo parlor wall, and he starts hacking and slashing, and he drops it, and he'll pick up this, and then he picks up a guitar that's also on the wall and starts hitting him with that. I figured we had props for these, so we can do this.
Why would you go from a sword to a guitar?
Well, I'm just saying he had both, but
He was dual wielding.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's exactly what I pictured, but I want to know why.
well, that's just it. This guy was just recently released out of prison about a month ago after a 10-year stint.
For good behavior.
Yeah.
And he just felt like he's got a criminal history, and he was just released, recently.
Wanted to go back to prison?
I guess he just wanted to go. Anyways, the guy who, the two guys that were in there, one of the guys said it was kind of like Joker on Batman. He says you walked in and said, "You're going to die," and I was kind of like, I'm not dying, and my buddy said, "I'm not dying," and the next thing they know, they're fighting the guy. And sure enough, the guy gets his ass kicked after one of the guys, the guy getting his tattoo, actually busted a plate of glass over the bad guy's head. And
He's had a plate of glass laying around too?
well,
Just picks it up.
It's like out of a table or something. You just pick something up and bust over his
If
head.
you're gonna randomly kill two people, don't you think you would go somewhere that doesn't have the presumption of like badasses being there? Like, I need to kill two people. Where do I think I'll get?
Let's go to the knife
No
store.
one hardcore ever gets tattoos. I'll go there. Let's like go into fucking. I'm gonna go kill two people in a biker bar. Like.
Yeah, agreed. You think you want to go to like a daycare?
Yeah, that's horrible.
Wow.
Elementary school.
I'm not saying kill the children.
Hey kids, you like a
You
guitar?
implied it enough.
But yeah,
What was the fucking cartoon horse?
We'll see.
Kabong, like hit people with the guitar.
But that maybe that's it.
donkey.
The preschool or the school does not have a sword on the wall,
Kabong.
so
Presumably.
That's true. Well, that's another thing. I bet you the guy's like, I fucking told you we shouldn't have hung that sword up. Like.
I knew it. All right, so there you go. Dude got in trouble, and yeah. All right, we'll come
Good
back.
job, Florida.
We'll be back in Florida shortly.
Of course.
Let's go to Maine,
All right.
where if you. All right, this is dumb.
Did someone die from
Way to
lobsters
build
or
it up.
something?
All right.
I want a lobster attack story.
If you only have one arm,
You suck at clapping?
yeah.
Oh.
So much. Go.
Bad. Okay. So if you only got one arm.
You only got one arm. You only got one arm. What is the one thing that you need?
Another arm.
Besides another arm. Besides another arm.
The one thing that you need?
Yes, the one thing that you need.
A chainsaw replacement.
Ooh, close.
Oh, that was good.
Lawmakers on Wednesday approved legalizing switchblades for people with one arm.
What?
But only people with one arm.
So they can
only
defend
in Maine.
themselves quickly. Oh, because they can't pull the knife
Because they can't pull the knife out. Exactly. Because they can't pull knives out. Backers on the measure say legalizing switchblades will eliminate the need for one-armed people to be forced to open folding knives with their teeth in emergencies.
So I saw a lot differently. I saw the guy like with one arm and just the switchblade coming out of his nub.
Yeah.
Just ha!
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Guess making one-armed robbers that much more
Which
dangerous.
there's no reason they shouldn't legalize that either.
Just flips it open. Yeah, that's both horrible and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
Just this guy with one arm and nub and just this blade coming out of it.
Dude, let's rob that guy. He's only got one arm. No, dude, hold up. He probably has a switchblade.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it'll definitely give you a different perspective.
So do not mug anybody with one arm in Maine.
Exactly.
For sure. It's horrific. Let's see. I think that's about it. It's just.
All right, cool.
Are you serious? Like seriously?
Yeah.
Of all the people in the world, you would want to give somebody with.
Guess it makes
it makes sense.
No, it makes
Yeah.
sense, but don't you think that like giving somebody a switchblade with a knife gives him a chance to like cut something else off.
Like his
I'm
other
just saying.
arm.
Yeah, like his other arm or
Just
maybe an
presses
ear.
a button.
If he does that with one
So it's-
arm and cuts off his own arm holding it, that's impressive all on its own.
Well, I don't know many people with one arm, so maybe.
Many? Try any.
Look,
I don't know, a bunch.
I'm in a Facebook group, all right? Kind of. All right, let's go back to Florida, West
I knew it!
Melbourne, Florida, where a Brevard County man was in a hostage situation. I guess not really a hostage situation. He was in one of those situations where he's surrounded by SWAT team in his house, right?
Sweet.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those standoffs.
Yeah, it was a standoff situation.
National
And
Lampoon's
he
Christmas
had-
Vacation. Okay.
Yeah, and he had some guns, and he said, I'm going to shoot anybody that comes in to this house, right? So what's the next thing a cop does?
Sending his wife.
They send in the robot.
Yeah!
They-
SWAT robot!
They send in the SWAT robot.
Johnny 5.
Something like that. Yeah, so Johnny 5, we'll call him Johnny 5 for this.
Yes.
Johnny 5 makes his way into the house, $65,000 robot, I might add. 65 grand going into this
Tell me
robot.
the guy just like shoots it.
It's an expensive thing to put full of bullets.
The robot has cameras which record all its actions. So the robot enters the room and he starts looking around. And then he goes into this other room and this guy pops out, stark naked, and just starts busting a cap on this
robot?
on this robot with an AK-47. Just goes in and just like,
Judgment
ha!
Day!
I'm here. So,
Surprise!
So these guys are watching on their closed circuit television.
Naked guys.
This is dude hanging out with his wang out, busting a cap on this
Dibs
robot.
on the robot.
Does the robot then shoot laser eyes?
Straight into his crotch.
Let's just recreate this by showing scenes from Short Circuit. Johnny 5 taking people out.
All right, so the guy comes out. Anyways, the robot comes back filled with bullet holes and frayed wires and broken cables, but nobody was
One was
hurt.
holding his head.
Just dragging this naked guy by his dick.
Oh, that's amazing.
I give up. Oh God, make it let me go.
I like the idea of just holding his head or just his penis. This guy's naked. I'm just saying. Victory for SWAT. And anyways, comes back. The guy was apprehended. Congratulations to the police squad.
Thanks, SWAT
of,
bot.
Yes, of West Melbourne, Florida. Florida, you're the best.
I want a robot. Can we
Robots
have,
are good.
Can we have a robot?
Yeah, I think we can do
Let's
that.
build a life-size working Rob.
Wow, that'd be really bizarre.
Yeah, it would. Let's do it.
Just constantly just like knock it over.
Start a We Need a Rob fund.
That'd be impressive.
We'll get us sodas.
All right, there you go. That's the news desk for this week. Let's move on. It's time for a little bit of foreign questions.
Transition. Yay. You get to see it twice. I know. It feels special. All right, first up, G1
Wow.
Valbrander. Who do you think is the most annoying video game character, whether it is a protagonist or a side character, and why?
All right, hold on. I hate answering questions where they go, what do you think is the most, or what do you think is the least? Because when you do that, you limit, because what we're talking just like off the cuff right here.
All right, what's a really annoying video game
Well,
character?
no, here's the thing. We're ruining a future top 10 list. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin a future top 10 list because speaking off cuff, if I go, oh, I think Tails is the most annoying character ever, and then we do a top 10 list and Tails is not number one, people go, but you said on SideScrollers Tails is number one.
You're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, so I don't like to go into most and worst and best, but feel free to throw yours out there.
Okay. Legend of Zelda, and it's not what you're thinking.
Oh, it's not Navi?
Tingle. Remember that fucking owl from Ocarina of Time?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
That was the first thing that came to my head because, like, you know, you're always like, oh, I'm gonna go up the mountain, everything's gonna be good. Camera change. Whoa, what? And you're like, damn it! And you're just like hitting start as this fucking owl just sits there, and you're spamming A, and you can't skip it, and he talks about all this bullshit you don't care about.
Just
Damn
hear his
that
music.
owl.
What's his music?
Yeah, you hear. Yeah, and then no, this is like 5 minutes of delay.
Yes. I hear you. I was thinking you were going to say Navi as opposed
yeah.
to Tingle. Hey, listen.
Hey, hey.
I always thought that was kind of cute, to be honest with you. Jared?
I'm trying to think of a couple of recent ones. I just got done playing Dragon Age 2, and the character in there, Anders, is the biggest, most wussiest piece of crap I've ever met. I mean, if you beat the game, you're gonna hate him, and you'll know why. But damn, if you didn't annoy the hell out of me. Like anything I would do he would just like, he basically like try to piss off every single other party member I had, which one of the other like female members named Meryl, she was like an elven mage chick. All he did was fight with her, and I was trying to get with that. So I was like, Anders, shut up. You're not playing nice right now, it's pissing me off. So they would like bicker all the time, and you have like little like friendship and hate meters. Everyone else with Jared, oh, friendship, Anders, hate.
I can just imagine you just getting totally irate at this guy, and you're like, I'm trying to score with that chick who's not real. Come on, dude.
Elf Poon, man.
Quit cock blocking, dude. Come on. All right, what else?
Next up, we have a video question from Thief92.
Craig, you said that you didn't really like WrestleMania. Could you point out like your favorite part of it and then like your least favorite part of it? I'm just curious.
Well, Thief92, let me tell you. I thought that WrestleMania 92, Thief 92. I thought WrestleMania was a giant waste of $55. Luckily, I didn't pay for it. I watched it at a friend's house. By that means a friend being online. I watched it and I was not a fan of the way it ended. I thought it was a pretty weak card. I thought they put the
Rock.
Well, The Rock was like The Rock's the best. Come on, The Rock's like the coolest guy ever. And yes, I know it's a character, and I know that he's funny. And the one glaring omission from WrestleMania was no Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo! You know it. I told you I'd fit it in there.
Damn it. You just told me about that today, and you're like, I'm going to fit it into SideScrollers. And I said, no, you're not.
And I did.
Nice.
Anyways, no, I just thought the entire show itself was very mediocre. It wasn't the big show of the year. I thought that you can get more action out of Raw. And the fact that The Miz went in as the champ and retained the championship, and he wasn't even a big part of the storyline, was pretty weak. So I don't know. I thought the whole show was something weak.
What was your favorite part, Chad?
Well, my soon-to-be brothers-in-law, they've been getting back into wrestling, right? So they were watching it when we were over at April's parents' house the other day. And why the fuck was Snooki there?
What? I don't know. Here's the
she does like quadruple flips and hits some chick.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they're talking about Snooki, and I'm like, this can't be this. And then she gets on stage, and I'm like, what the fuck? I swear to God.
Yes. Okay. So Snooki from
I don't care.
Jersey Shore, she was there. Here's the thing: WWE has a real. By the way, it's not World Wrestling Entertainment anymore. They took wrestling out of the name. It's just WWE. It's like KFC's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's KFC now. It's just WWE.
Okay.
So now it's not World Wrestling Entertainment. No, it's pretty ridiculous that they took wrestling.
I
out
stopped
of it.
caring about wrestling since WWE No Mercy on the N64.
That was pretty good. Anyways, yeah,
NWO
they bring in these super trendy celebrities because it gets them national publicity. Because
so
it's publicity leading up to it, and they're on the Today Show or they're on extras talking about Snooki and WWE. It just gets people a buzz going about WWE.
Yeah, so I will say I think I know why it ended so lame. Did you see like when who's it, Cena or whatever hits the Miz over the thing or whatever? You see how hard he hit his head?
Yeah, concussion, man. That was legit.
Yeah, that's that. I think it ended so lame because he blacked out.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do like a stunt fall over this thing, and like you see his head just whip, and like it jacks the ground and bounces, and then he's like out cold. So
Yeah, here's the thing about wrestling. People go, it's so fake. What the hell? Yeah,
It's
the
supposed to be
stories are
fake,
fake, but it's very physical. And those guys, I mean, those guys are down in pain pills and pain medications and cocaine and stuff. I don't know. Whatever.
I think the whole gimmick of it is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a male soap opera.
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what it is.
All right.
Oh, by the way, if you do have any video questions, we do definitely accept them. You can do a video response to SideScrollers. Keep it short, between 15 seconds.
Yeah,
and,
please. More video questions.
Yes. So.
Entertainment.
All right.
All right, next up from Jew and Black Maniac. He wants to know, if you could go on vacation inside a video game, where would you go?
Inside a video game?
I would go to the fake video game, Video Land, from Captain N.
Nice.
It's a cop-out answer?
It encompasses everything. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere and everywhere.
All right, then I'm taking your answer.
Oh, fine. Well, you know what? And not for the reason you think. DOA Beach Volleyball. Crazy Resort.
Not bad.
Jared, would you like to join me? There you go.
Vagina.
That'd be a very good vacation. And that's just if we wanted to relax. But if we wanted to have like fun adventures, I don't know. Most video game worlds are pretty awful.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of bad shit just running around everywhere.
Like, nobody would want to go to the Adventures of Bayou Billy world.
No.
You know, that'd be pretty bad, so.
Pitfall? No.
Yeah. All right, what else?
All right. Man, myth, legend. Long story short, he's playing he's very
pompous of you, I guess.
he's confident with himself. Okay?
Yes.
Man, myth, legend. Basically, long story short is he's playing Mortal Kombat, the demo recently, right? And his mom came in and saw him beating the ever-living hell out of Melina with like all the blood and everything. And she got all mad because he's beating up a woman and the gore and stuff. So she told him that he can't get it. And I guess he made the mistake of saying, I'm 18, I can get it if I want to. Which didn't go over too well for him. So his question to us is, just wondering if any of you guys can give me some advice on how to get the latest edition of MK without angering the mom.
You're 18, you stopped listening to your mom? That sucks.
Well, here's the thing. Are you living at your parents' house?
I assume so. She came in and saw him play.
Okay, then
control.
Show your mom Melina's face. Like without she's a veil, then she'll understand why you need to beat the hell out of that thing.
She's a bad woman, Mama.
She really is.
She's a demon.
Yeah.
Ultimately, dude, you are still under your parents' control. You may be legal, but until you are legally outside of their house, you should be listening to what your mama has to say. So.
Yeah. That said, what I would do is, well, first of all, can you turn the blood off? I think I saw.
In a Mortal Kombat game?
Well, I know you could turn blood off, or you could control the blood in previous games. In terms of.
So you might be able to control it. Who knows? You can always lie and say you can turn it off.
I hope the new
that's
Mortal
a great
Kombat
message.
has a sweat code.
No, but I don't know. Just be like, I'm 18 and I know the difference between video game violence and not. You know, like just sit down and try and reason with her. That's your best bet. Or lie and get it behind her back.
If you truly are man, myth, legend, then you truly will understand that you need to sell to your mom that you understand the difference between fake and real. Yep. And that hitting women is a bad thing.
But hitting Melina is awesome.
She's a devil chick.
Yeah.
Come on, she's got claws in her face. So, anyways, all right.
Best of luck to you. Let us know how it goes.
Good luck and tell your psycho mom that Mortal Kombat's fine.
All right.
I was playing when I was 12. That turned out just fine.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Just go to a friend's house. Tell her you're going to play it anyway. All right.
Exactly.
Before we get into birthdays, we have a G1 marriage.
Oh, all right. Hold up. Did they meet on the site?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know that much information about this other than G1 Mega Man 0084, also known as Edgar Gonzalez, has just married his wife Anna.
Hey!
Congratulations, you guys.
We don't have a slate for that,
Nope.
but we can talk about it here. So let's get on to the slate stuff.
All right. Well, here we go. Birthdays.
For.
All right. G1 Michael, or however. G1 Craziest. G1 Zeus Hong, Daniel Valentine, Philip Aries, Joshua McNeil, Alex Braces, Joel Yusk, The Guardian, Yoshi Lynx, Mahale Kobella. Congrats on existing.
Way to go.
I swear to God,
You never say happy birthday, you say congrats on existing.
Yes, exactly.
Very good. All right.
Happy birthday to you all.
Way to go. All right, so that's going to do it for this week. We do want to remind you that we do have a Twitter and a Facebook page, which you can keep track in the description below. And we want to make sure you guys come out and visit us in Las Vegas this Friday at, it's going to be in the evening, but check insertcoinslv.com for more information. And if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, make sure you come out and see us. Coming up on Monday for the Mortal Kombat tournament, which we know Man, Myth, Legend will not be at. So until next week, sorry. So until next week, I'm Stutter and Greg.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Professional Jared.
For SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. Bye-bye.
See you in Vegas.